A decent point on the road.
Yeah, I've just been told there that's the first time in 50 years we've kept 16 clean sheets in a season. So there's the interview done.
Were you lucky at times to keep that clean sheet, do you think?
I think once. I think once where they should have scored, but other than that, I think we've defended pretty well. I think that it had 0-0 written all over it. There was no real control in the game. We had some decent patterns of play at times, but nothing consistent. You know, we gave the ball away, then it got played up to the front. They were marshalled pretty well. There was a fight up the top. You know, with the centre halves against both our strikers, whichever were playing. We opened and fashioned a couple of chances, half chances. I think, you know, off the top of my head, we had Jamie Allen went through in the first half where he really should have scored. Goalkeeper made a decent save, you could say, but really we've got to score that. Then we lost Jamie at half time to an injury, so there's another midfield player injured, so that'll be out for a while. Obviously, we've lost Casey Palmer for a period of time to a hamstring. You know, we've got Ben Sheaf's out, so Liam Kelly's out. So, you know, we are up against it on Saturday. You know, we've got to win, and everybody's talking about playoffs. And then the reality of it is, we just haven't got the depth of squad. We haven't got the availability of the players that can sustain it. There's no chance. So. It just feels flat, you know. It just feels a flat thing because you're looking at trying to kick on, and it's very difficult. But we've got to try and find another way, which is what we've done all the way through my tenure. And you know, now's no different. We've got to try and go again, come up with a plan for Saturday, because we'll be, you know, we're up against one of Neil Warnock's teams. You know, you're in for a game, so you know, good. Let's bring it on and. Got to recover right. That's the biggest thing for me, because we've had a long journey up this morning, long journey back tonight, like the supporters have. They'll be going to work in the morning. We've got a day off tomorrow, so it's you know, a recover and get back on it as soon as we possibly can. So, you know, from our point of view, it's a point gain really. We've not got anything here for a long time. So, you know, that starts to turn it around. It doesn't happen. It doesn't continue for long. It was a game that looked like a 0-0. It was, like I said, both teams making mistakes. It was littered with mistakes. It was littered with long balls in the air quite a bit, a lot of fighting. But that's the Championship after January, and on a pretty heavy pitch, because it's been watered heavily as well. So it was a heavy pitch. I think that's because they wanted the ball to stop when they were putting it in behind us. But you know, that's their prerogative. It's their ground, and we stood firm. Stuck to the task. Yes, we were lucky with one effort, I think, that they should have scored, but other than that, I thought Ben had very little to do. There was more that their goalkeeper was worked. You know, like I say, Jamie Allen won. I think Josh Wilson-Esperon had a shot there in the second half that was okay. Victor was marshalled as well as anybody has managed to do that this year. But again, fatigue's a big thing.
Tough game. I think probably showed a little bit at the stage of the season where everyone's at. There wasn't much quality in the game, but you know, decent point for us to, you know, carry on our unbeaten run, and you know, another clean sheet. So a few positives. Like I say, decent point on the road in the end.
Yeah, given that you picked up 10 points from the previous 4, it sort of adds to a nice little tally that you're building.
Yeah, no, like I say, it keeps the unbeaten run going. It's another clean sheet as well. Disappointed to concede late on at the weekend, but we seem to have, you know, got into a decent run with that as well, which always gives us a chance in games. So, but like I say, I think at times it was probably just a little bit at the stage of the season, showing a little bit, you know, maybe a few tired legs in places for both teams. I mean, but like I say, we take the point and move on to Saturday.
And with the results, you found yourself in a fairly decent position in the league table. You yourself found yourself in a fairly decent position for a couple of chances, one in each half.
Yeah, no, I'm disappointed with the one in the second half. You know, should be at least hitting the target. So, yeah, disappointed with that, to be honest. But look, as a wing back, keep trying to get in there. I've mentioned before about scoring goals from wing back. I'd like to add a few more before the end of the season. Yeah, a bit of work to be done on the training ground, I think.
But it is quite remarkable. The real positive is that 16th clean sheet. I mean, just how are you keeping them?
No, we got a real good togetherness in the squad, which always helps. You know, that takes you a long way. You know, it's not just keeper, back five, is a team effort. You see how hard the lads work from front to back. And like I say, obviously gives us a chance in games. When we're not at our best, we come to places like this and take at least a point. So, it's a good tally, and hopefully, a couple more to add to that before the end of the season as well.